On a rainy afternoon, a group of animal friends, Squeaky the mouse, Hops the rabbit, Piper the bird, and Rustle the hedgehog, were playing in the forest when they discovered a hidden door at the base of the oldest, grandest oak tree. The door was small, made of dark, knotted wood, and had a glowing golden keyhole. Squeaky, being the bravest, found a tiny, shimmering key nearby and turned it. The door creaked open, revealing a winding staircase leading down into the earth. They tiptoed down the stairs and found themselves in the most incredible place they had ever seen, the Magical Musing Library. The room was enormous, with ceilings that reached into darkness. Bookshelves stretched as far as the eye could see, and ladders on wheels rolled around on their own. The air smelled of old paper, magic, and a hint of cinnamon. As they stepped forward, a ladder suddenly zoomed toward them, bowed politely, and waited. Hops, always eager, hopped onto the first rung. The ladder immediately took off, zipping between bookshelves with Hops holding on for dear life, his ears flapping in the wind. The others watched in amazement before deciding to find their own ladders. Piper landed on a shelf where the books were softly whispering their stories. One book, titled The Tale of the Sky Princess, was whispering so loudly that Piper peeked it open. To her surprise, colorful illustrations rose from the pages like holograms, acting out the story right before her eyes. Meanwhile, Russell found a section with cookbooks. He nudged one titled Enchanted Recipes, and it fell open. A recipe for sunshine cupcakes appeared, and the ingredients, sparkling flour, sugar crystals, and a drop of sunlight, popped out of the book and onto a nearby table. Russell decided to be the chef and started mixing, creating a delicious, glowing mess. Squeaky discovered a room filled with maps that changed in real time. One map showed the forest above them, with tiny moving figures of their animal friends. Another map was of the night sky, but the constellations were slowly rearranging themselves into new patterns. Suddenly, a soft, rumbling voice echoed through the shelves. Ahem. They turned to see a large, wise old owl wearing tiny spectacles on her beak. She was Madam Featherwick, the guardian of the library. Instead of being angry, she smiled. I see you found my library. Not many do. Are you enjoying the stories? Madam Featherwick explained that the library was alive with magic, but it had a problem. One of the most important chapters from her favorite book, The Heart of the Forest, was missing. Without it, the stories in the library were starting to fade. The critters immediately offered to help find it. Using the changing maps, they discovered that the missing chapter had last been seen in the Room of Forgotten Tales, a section so deep in the library that few ever visited. They rode the living ladders down into the shadows. This room was dusty and quiet, full of books that hadn't been read in years. They searched high and low, using Piper's keen eyesight and Russell's strong sense of smell. Finally, Hops found a glimmer under a pile of old scrolls. It was the missing chapter, glowing softly.